For almost 6 months, I laid in the bed like that. Face covered, face down. Because I had started going blind in an eye and I had surgery. And when I got up out of that bed, the doctors told me I wasn't going to be able to lift anything heavy. I wasn't going to be able to train and spar and do all the things that really I enjoyed doing, that defined who I was, that allowed me to live this champion's way that I talk about. While I was laying in bed, I could hear the wrestlers that I trained cheering my Warhorse Strength Camp. Warhorse Strength Camp. Warhorse Strength Camp. In the yard. Letting me know while I was laying in bed recovering that they were there. I was like, God, you know what? I don't need a life-threatening event to have a life-changing one. I believe I've been playing my game small. When I get up out of this bed, I will become the best strength coach. We will open up a facility. We will create more champions out of this facility than anyone's ever seen in this state. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, you know, you can walk. And I went to a football field, and one of my buddies who was in the Coast Guard in Lima gave me this vest and some parachutes. And I would have my son stand on the other side of the football field at the high school there at Campbell. And I would run across the field. I couldn't see shit. And I would be like, dude, just tell me when I got to stop. And that parachute would catch the wind and it would pull me back and I would freaking run my ass off. Because I refused to believe what the doctor said about me. That I wasn't capable. And I went from running into the field when he told me I could walk. I went from lifting the keg. I went from lifting the sandbag in the living room when they told me that I could finally just do little things. I continued to push. And in 2011, that September, we opened up a spot. I drew out on a piece of paper what I wanted that spot to look like. I started with nothing. Went fast forward into even now, our facility has put out more champions, more success, more wins. We've gotten more candidates into selection or through the selection process, created eliteness than any other place that I know of because of this. The day that I wasn't able to see was the day that I was able to see everything. About me, about my vision, about the way that I wanted to be, and about the place that I wanted to go. When I opened up this place, I said, this is a personal development company. This will be the place that we create more champions than any other place, which is how I know you right now. It started off earlier in different times in rebuilding myself, and I took all of that information, I compiled it. I went through the fire myself, and then I created this place, and I brought people into the fold of what going through their own fire was supposed to look like, and they began to win. You began to win. I began to create messages like this that brought about a change in you with one mission: create a champion in you. So from being blind to the times I was only able to see anything, in your lifetime, people are going to tell you you can't do stuff. People are going to tell you that you aren't created to win. And I want you to challenge that thought, because if it's not your thought, don't own it. You say that. You decide to be the champion of your life, and you put in the work. See, there's a difference between us and them. We choose to lead by creating something in ourselves first. And we stoke that fire every day, and we put in the work where other people stop short. So when they say they can't win or you can't win, we're not talking about us, we're talking about them. We believe and live by a standard that they can't even understand. Even if we told them what it was, they aren't willing to do the work. You have to fight the giants to win them. What is the giant for you? For me, it was going blind. For me, it was losing everything. For me, it was being told as an 11-year-old kid that I was never going to be anything, and I made those decisions to not listen to those things and to fight for the things that I wanted and to be a champion in my lifetime, in everything that I entered.